Alright, Brigandine, here we go. Let's do it. Circle is confirmed in Brigandine, not the X button. Forget that almost every time we play. We were doing really well. Remove memory card. Not. This is a pretty cool tactical RPG. It has a lot of interesting ideas, like having a separate strategy and tactics phase. Only having human units really matter in the sense that they're the ones that respawn when they die. Review my tactical position here. So I finished taking this island. We wiped out another one of the nations, which I think afforded us with a new set of soldiers. 24 soldiers, 26 knights. Got tons of mana. Yeah, so here's all my new soldiers. I should probably do something with them. Figure out where I want to send them here. Silver dragons, great. So I've got knights in that main area that I can send places. I've got, let's see. I can start trying to take on the Red Nation. They control a fairly sizable territory. Purple Nation is a much smaller territory, but I think that they're pretty buff. Well, this one isn't as bad. They have at least one unit that's really strong. They're also in the center of the map, so maybe I don't want to go after them when they're in the center and open myself up to being attacked from the side. So I can keep trying to slowly expand into the Orange's territory. That seems like the way to go. They got a lot of dudes here, but none of them are particularly scary. Who do I have in this castle here? Nobody particularly powerful, unfortunately. I guess I could try moving people to this castle this turn. Let me see if there's any other fronts that I need to defend before I start moving people, though. Salisbury Stake. Decently defended. Here's another front. Also decently defended. Shit, where am I conquering knights? I must have just finished a map where I conquered. Here we go. Yeah, here's my OP, folks. Level 22, level 21, 13, and a bunch of angels, because angels are really strong in this game. I don't think I can afford to equip another one of these guys. Like, each of the parties in this game has a set number of units that can join them that's based on their rune power score, which is that blue number on the far right side. And each unit costs a certain amount of rune power depending on how powerful it is. So I might be able to fit some weak units into this group, but not any of the strong units. Real boy like Pinocchio. She gets a class up now. That's cool. Rad. Let me think here. Anyone I want to summon? Summon options in that castle are kind of sucky. How about here? Also kind of sucky. I mean, in this case, good summon options are lizardmen and angels are like my favorite characters in this game at the moment. So this castle doesn't really need to be defended right now. Who do I have hanging out here? Letitia and Huda. Alright, let me move them over here. Probably send some people on quests as well. Yeah, I'm still unboxing stuff. I'm sorry. Is it weird or does it like actively look bad? I'm still trying to decide how I want to set things up back there. Flying free. Coming again to save another fucking day, yeah. Okay. Let me see if I want to send any of my newly recruited knights to quest or something. They're up in Cardiff. it works with the stream layout. Maybe I'll keep it. I liked having all this stuff behind me because it was a nice... If somebody walked in, they would immediately see a bunch of games that I like, but they didn't hear me talk about it, but maybe this is a cleaner layout. On the whole, I might put that in the survey and it'll come out once Patreon finishes billing. There's still 2 people that are having a billing issue. Maybe this weekend, though. Alright, so I can send Hector, Bilcock, and Chantal on quests. Let's see how many it lets me send here. Quests. Oh, I already did that. Okay, perfect. Way to go, past Marstead. Let me go ahead and save the game, and then we'll see what happens after the organized phase if the enemy tries to attack us at all. Execute, yes. I'm just going to choose not to attack. Hector quests. Hector enters a poor-looking village and a man wearing a sword approaches. This game's approach to the main story is actually not that dissimilar from XCOM, where there's not per se like a main mission set that the game is forcing you on. You're progressing through time, and then occasionally you get story by not researching but going on quests. It's an interesting way of doing it. Is you a knight from Morgard? I'm expanding a lot. It's actually pretty well off, so I have a favor to ask. Yeah, it's like classic Kiwi regalia, right, Propagalo? Hand over all your valuables or die. A thief? Nutty? Put your gold to good use. And draws his sword. Maybe we'll recruit this guy. He's so fast! Ugh! Aaron! Nutty? For real this time. Hector lands a solid punch to the man's gut. Man falls to the ground. Aaron, I'm so hungry. He's trying to steal stuff so he can feed his little brother. Please forgive Oren. He's not as cool as a real Oren. Oren who kept us alive. He only robbed crooked merchants and the wealthy who could afford the loss. I mean, other than me. He tried to rob me, but okay. He's got to wear cool sunglasses if he wants to be called Oren. Hector remembers the story about a bandit with rune power who robs from crooked merchants and nobles and gives the gold to the poor. He's basically Robin Hood. Everything's burning in the ground. Villages like this pay the price. Fancy words don't feed hungry mouths. We have to do something to survive. So I don't think I did questing for the first 9 hours of this game. It came up during Sanguine's 1-year Patreon anniversary. There's a ton of story you get from doing it. You get some bonus items and characters and stuff. Those marked by the rune have a duty to make the world a better place. So I think marked by the rune means that you can command the loyalty of monsters, basically. That would be nice. Hooray! A guy that they put the effort to giving a portrait is actually a potential party member.
Oh my god. Oh my god! Although actually it was sort of obvious.
I'll take it. Proper person, pun hater, Kiwison. Esquire the Third. Let's see. Do I have anyone who can class up in this big group of people? No. Arthur Digby Sellers. Int +6, huh? Ted Theodore Logan. We are Wild Stallions. So the longest time, because I'd seen, like, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure was the movie that I watched when I was a little kid, and just after it was over, I'd rewind the VHS and put it right back in and watch it again. So for the longest time, I thought that Esquire was, like, just something that a cool dude appended to the end of his name. I didn't realize it was an actual legal title suffix. We've got a fairly well-defended front there, but I think that's where we want to go next. This game's about to get pretty tough because we don't have any like weakling stragglers to pick on at this point. It's fairly buff dudes that are left over now. I don't know what the +5 attack thing means at the top there. Spock the Rock, Doc Ock, and Hulk Hogan all came out of nowhere, lightning fast, and they kicked Chuck Norris in his cowboy ass. It was the bloodiest battle that the world ever saw. Civilians staring on in total law. That's the best part of that song. I think I had that on the Marstead playlist at some point. It's probably correct to let them come to us. It's been productive so far. Gandalf the Grey and Gandalf the White and Monty Python and the Holy Grail's Black Knight and Benito Mussolini and the Blue Meanie and Cowboy Curtis and Zombie the Genie, Robocop the Terminator, Captain Kirk and Darth Vader, Lopan, Superman, every single Power Ranger, Bill S. Preston and Theodore Logan, Spock the Rock, Doc Ock, and Hulk Hogan. Okay. It's interesting that that sticks with you after like that came out like 10 years ago, didn't it? God. Neil Cicierega, Lemon Demon, the guy who did that, he also used to do these really goofy, like, albino black sheep videos. He would take these Japanese songs, usually from, like, the Pokemon series. There's this really goofy Pokemon song about, I think it's called 151 Hyakugo Yuchi? Is that how you say 151 in Japanese? Anyway, he would, like, interpret them with the way that the lyrics sounded in English. So kind of like if you've seen the Irrational Exuberance with the green leaves. G-I-W-F leaves. Like, it's so easy. Happy-go-lucky. We are the water door. Very similar to that. I don't think that one was Lemon Demon though. Hyakugo Juichi. Good song. It's like catching all 151 Pokemon. Good guy, bad guy, or explosion. Cows, bad cows, with explosions. Orthography. I need to catch up on the shitpost channel. I have it muted. I go in there every now and then. I'm surprised that Discord they haven't really done a significant feature update in 2017. They made this post right when the new year rolled around saying, hey, here's all our plans. And there's a bunch of really cool features on there. Like they're finally going to do spoiler tags, which would revolutionize the way we handle those. And they're going to do channel formatting, like having folders for channels, which would let me expand the number of channels pretty significantly. But I don't think we've seen a feature update from Discord all year, unfortunately. Your characters can do so much if they don't move on the same turn that they act, that I think it's worth letting the enemy come to you. Do as much of that as you can, you know? See how close they end up getting to us here. Now we're getting some attacks. At least he didn't try to petrify a bunch of us. I think we need to let them come a little bit closer, so I can try to keep defending my main characters here. Next time when they get close enough, though, I should be able to nuke them a bunch, which would be nice. I love these lizard men, man. They're really cheap to summon, and they act as really good, like, lines of defense. Enemy wastes their time fighting them. Be a waste of heal, so we'll just pass again. May as well just physically attack with these guys, maybe? No counter. No. Save their MP for their next turn. I don't think you get anything for passing your turn, so if you can do something productive, I feel like you may as well. Nice miss, very lucky. I also don't think you get any advantage for being the attacker. Like, the counterattack does just as much damage as the initial attack. And I haven't seen too many games like this that will do that. Like, Tactics Ogre had it so that your counterattacks did like 25% to 75% of your actual damage. It's something you could buff over time, but it certainly wasn't something you were strong with immediately when you first started the game, you know? Come on, Judgment. That big deeps. Big enough deeps, I'll take it. You're less incentivized to kill the enemy monster units in this game because if you kill one of the humans, all of their monsters deactivate and they could even join your party. But it's kind of good to protect your squishy characters. That's why I'm fighting them right now. And I guess I'm getting some extra XP as a result, which isn't bad. Probably should stay put. It's in a good place to influence. Once he's actually able to do some damage. I think I'll leave her there to defend since there's enemies coming from this side there that I missed. Forgot they were there. Dream. Nice crit. Nice. Dark living the dream. Right. I didn't know that it had a -20 aim penalty. That makes a lot of sense. I noticed that there was some power-up I could get that negated the Overwatch 8 penalty. The first time I knew that there was a penalty at all. But I didn't realize it was that severe. I'm really liking XCOM so far. I wasn't sure after having played so many tactical RPGs on stream, but it's much different from whatever it was I was expecting. Having pretty much exclusively ranged attacks and having a cover system, it's a game that I'm seriously considering playing off stream on a harder difficulty. And so I'm kind of organically figuring out what I'm doing wrong and getting away with it on easy. Makes me excited to do XCOM 2. Okay. She can cast Healing, Holy Word, hits a ton of... yeah, that sounds great. It's not quite hitting the human targets, but it's still potentially a lot of damage. She's basically like a leader character with angel powers. XCOM 2 would still be a voting spreadsheet thing. I would play through the original XCOM. So we'll start wrecking the boss. Take control of her ads if we can do that. I'm exposing some of my main characters here, but I think it'll be okay, because I think all the little guys will go down when my other angels use their Holy Word attack. Cool. I didn't realize they still had a turn available to them. This will be okay, though. Those are level 2 lizard men, so I'd like to avoid them dying. See, I might have one of the angels heal instead of attack. See how close all these other enemies get first. Poison.
Yeah.
It's cool. I get an extra attack on her after that. Huh? Pretty good. Ooh, poison sucks in this game. That's nasty. Venom can target one person. Don't think this guy's close enough to be able to hit anybody, unfortunately. Surrounding enemies is pretty much just the rock. Okay. I'll move him a little bit closer in here. Here, maybe? Cast Holy Word. It's gonna hit all of those guys. Probably kill the one boss, I think. Ah, so close. No cigar. We get anyone behind her? Darn. Oh, that sucks. I don't think I have any other characters that can reach her either, and she's so close to being dead. That's a bummer. So at least kill some other units, though, in the meantime. Level dudes up, you know? Succubus might be able to reach her, we'll see. Dimension, Curse I think is my really good damage. She can't. Venom has the same range, it looks like. Meteor Doom hits your allies, which is bad. We don't want that. Projects false life into a dead monster. That's interesting. And just a list of all the enemies that have died in the map so far. Very nice. Please, weak. Qualms are heavy. Nice. What's the details of the copyright infringement, Propagable? Okay, so she's an Archangel now, so she has Holy Word, which hits everyone that I'm interested in. So let's do that. I love when they can do awesome headlines like that. There was one recently about climate change and we're scientists in Antarctica, and it was something like, this is actually the problem, because like the scientists were expecting waterfalls in parts of Antarctica that were no longer there, and were instead finding new bodies of water that weren't there previously. So I think the headline was something like, scientists in Antarctica go chasing waterfalls but find rivers and lakes they're not used to. It's like, whoever at your newspaper came up with that they must have been so smug that day. Deservedly so, right? Hard to use a track called MMS, which is essentially the same backing track as Lose Yourself. Interesting, so Eminem's not the one being sued. Alright. Victory! But they're just perfect, not even? Sweet. Actually not sure. It seems like the enemy AI is not very aggressive. Like, pretty much has left me alone. Which I appreciate, I'm not complaining. Alright, what can I summon? Because I'm at max mana, I may as well be summoning stuff all the time. I gotta find good castles for it, though. This place is where we get angels. There might actually already be a bunch of angels here, but there's no such thing as too many angels in this game, I feel like. Janfadar and Bilcock. Yeah, looks like I had already done some angel summoning here before. Can't have two angels. What is this trash? Right, so I guess I just got to send units through this castle to pick up angels and then send them elsewhere. The Gigascorps aren't great. Where is a castle that I can make lizardmen in? Colon absorbs another pounding. Faramir. Wish I could do like a search for this. It'd be a lot easier. A ruler can't measure Johnson's impact. It's pretty perfect. Yeah, I see your point. So I can make lizardmen at the base. There has to be a knight present to summon. I didn't realize that. So it'd be a bit of walking to make that happen, I think. The ghouls kind of suck by comparison. Do I have any knights that I can send over there? Cool, thank you, Propagable. That's awesome. Let's move Orin over there. He can be Mr. Lizardman. We could move him down elsewhere after that. There's the Samurai Thief. Y'all don't need to be here, right? I guess they've got a bunch of lizardmen with them, huh? So let me send Pyuta to the Angel Castle, which is this castle here. And let me send these guys here. Start leading a garrison behind us as we take stuff. It was like you see the headline and you're like, I see what you did there. You guys must have been very proud of yourselves. Hey, thanks for those size 16s. How you been? Remove memory card. Not. Alright, let's pass the turn here. And we can probably have this group of 3 attack up here again. Guess that gets us pretty close to their home castle. Once they start fleeing, it's like they flee back a step. So you need to corner them at some point where they don't have anywhere to flee to. Try to cut off their escape route. Phasard Castle. It's a pretty sweet name for a castle. Oh, John Oliver did a thing about it. I didn't even see that. We've been more or less keeping up with this show lately. Bayonetta. I'm gonna see if the capture card works when I switch it around. Used it for the Switch yesterday, but managed to get some testing in. Amazon package, cool. I got a label maker to try to label my cables. Because I'm an exciting person like that. I got a raceway too for the desk. Now that it's a house and it's fairly permanent, I'm going to try really hard to make my cable situation look nice. It's a nightmare behind my desk right now. It's like 5 or 6 consoles, tons of USB, HDMI, and DVI cables, Ethernet cables, power cables. Figuring out the right way to not make it look like someone's going to die. Ah, it's a short subject. Gotcha. Mr. Holland's Opus. That's great. I love that movie. Try dangling things from the ceiling. I finally have nice, like, studio lights. I didn't have room for those in the old stream office. Once we have the CAD cam set up, I can show you guys. Get those, like, white umbrellas behind them so that it's not this bright light right in your face. Diffuses it a little bit. So shiny. Actually, my forehead gets too shiny that it triggers the green screen effect. I had to change the settings so that there wasn't a big transparent part in the center of my forehead. It's got a really nice natural choke point on this map. It's very exciting. Get them all to walk into this little land bridge area and then try to wreck them. Hopefully an image of my brain. I can send someone to defend him if I move him right here. It'll still more or less be okay. If I want to expose her to damage this turn. I They might not be close enough in AoE range for my Holy Word to get a lot of damage. It's nice to have this little land bridge choke point, but we'll see if it's good enough. Didn't get a character in place to defend my Runecaster, that sucks. Try to kill that Griffin, maybe. Focus fire as best I can. She might be able to reach me from that corner. It's not good. Not sure that I can reach her. So that targets 4 enemies I don't really care about. Targets 5 enemies I don't really care about. Guess I could try killing the ads. It's less reinforcements they have if they eventually run away, which they often do. Let's try it. I have a lot of hit points though, so my strategy might not be great. Lizard Man can walk on water? Jesus, Lizard Man, I didn't realize that. I don't think I've had a mission where that's mattered before. Good block. 4 hit points left. Alright, hopefully we'll get to go before she gets to go and heal herself. Oh, there's a character that better be able to move over water, right? Trading the Griffin for now. Healed for some reason, not totally sure why. Okay, that wasn't so bad. He could have done a much worse thing on his turn. Lucky miss. Final Fantasy X-2. Now there is something that, strictly speaking, can be called a video game. It's not a bad game. Is it? Maybe it is. See how far Holy Word can stretch from here. Kill that Griffin before its turn comes up. Ooh, she has enough MP to cast Holy Word twice. Yeah. At least this time it hits a boss. Pixie got away. I'm not sure if she's going to do anything. Oh, that would be awesome to watch Lauren play that. She's a really cool streamer. I like her. Somebody went into her chat after my April Fool's stream and told her all about how the April Fool's stream ended. Like, I hosted her the next day, she happened to be streaming, and she's like, "Hey Marstead, is everything okay?" And like, I wanted to die, because she's a borderline celebrity, man. I've seen her in concert before at PAX. But like, when she said that, I just kind of sat in my chair and just sunk down, down, down. I can't show my face here ever again. You enjoying 10-2 though, Propagable? Tony man, call it Final Fantasy J-Pop Adventure. Would do much better. Oh, dude, beauty. It hits all 3 of the human targets. She's in the best possible position as an angel that turn. Dragon's almost, but not quite dead. Next holy word should finish it off, I hope. Or I could send the succubus in to finish the job. Nice. I've definitely played a lot of games like that. There were a lot of games that I was just terrible at when I was a kid that I presumed were unbeatable. And you come back to them and you're like, this actually isn't that bad, is it? Spend his turn healing? He spent his turn removing paralysis, okay. This game's really cool, but the abilities don't seem well balanced. It kind of feels like they just like made some stuff up. Threw some numbers around. There are definitely some abilities that are just OP compared to all the other ones. You know, the fact that I have a power that hits up to 15 targets, doesn't hit any allies, and does like 200 plus damage per target, right next to an ability that hits for like 7 damage versus a single target and costs twice as much MP. It's really crazy. Yeah, I don't know why they do an ATB system, honestly. I mean, I guess it was supposed to simulate as though it were real time, but it's not. Like, it's still not real time. It's like the worst of both worlds, right? If you wanted real time combat, ATB is not going to make you happy, and if you wanted turn-based combat, ATB is not going to make you happy. So I don't know why it's so prevalent. I love Sakaguchi. Would love to get an explanation for that idea, though. Yay, my merman actually getting to do shit. Able to be in water for once. We're playing Brigandine for about another 18 minutes before we go to Bayonetta, which is the next game in sub-block. After that it's Uncharted 3, and then we're gonna make up Propagable's sub-block, and then He-10 Styles sub-block, so we're going pretty late tonight. Thanks everyone for patience with that. Pretty stressful for me. Well, the thing I end up doing in Final Fantasy games with ATB is I just, every time a character's turn comes up, I just immediately go into the menu. If I turn on wait, right, I go into a menu and think about it. But it's like, well, what's the point then? Like, why does wait even exist as an option? I guess ATB gives you design space with like haste and slow mechanics that don't really exist in traditional turn-based. But haste and slow still work in Final Fantasy X. I don't know. Good stuff to nail it. It should be whenever you're in any options propagable. Like, it should work for both attack and magic. Just whenever you're in a menu of any kind, wait should trigger, or something's wrong. Yeah, if it's not, there must be a bug. I don't think they would make Final Fantasy X work differently for that. Yeah, 12 worked pretty well with that. 12 you were able to treat it as a turn-based game. One of them fled already. Got a bunch of kills off, though. Yeah, okay, I'll do this. Oh, I see. Yeah, before you dive into a menu. Right. That's what I said. Like, I'll dive into a menu intentionally just to trigger the wait, and it's a really wonky way to do stuff. You shouldn't have to do that. Nine hit points left. That's over. Curse is my highest damaging single target attack. Norgard, the Norse guys, the Blue Kingdom. are the opponents? All ran away. She's almost certainly going to retreat on her turn. She would be silly not to. Bled her pretty well, though. She only has 4 hit points left, which is a bummer. I was so close to taking her out there. I do like that you get XP on counterattacks. It's nice. Yeah, it works. So it works in Chrono Trigger, and I think Chrono Trigger justifies ATB, but I think the rest of the Final Fantasies don't really, right? I'm surprised other games haven't really picked up on that dual tech, triple tech thing. After Chrono Trigger thought came out, I was like, this is how all RPGs are going to be done from now on. And then like no other games did it. There's kind of a dual tech in Chrono Cross, but not really. Made a ninja perler? That's awesome, Gamer. The palette's probably good for it, right? Dolgo walks by a theater. People inside are yelling. Something must be wrong. What? You're firing me? Come on, Cortina. I can't let a Rune Knight dance on stage. Have to join my party. Hey! Happy Thursday, Sailor Dan. How you doing? Is tomorrow your Friday off? A knight? Dancer, not a knight. Watch this. Twirl perfectly, and look how high I can raise my leg. You'd be a fool to let a dancer like me go. Yeah, so long as you wait for other party members to get a full ATB gauge at the same time, if 2 party members are ready to go at the same time, they can do a dual tech. Oh, it's just... it feels early to me because I had to start stream 2 hours late. Oh, great. All these sequences. Our refrigerator ended up delivering almost 2.5 hours late. Or was actually more like 4.5 hours late. Slash Friday. Dancer has to practice acting too, you know? I'm a dancer. Everyone keeps calling me Miss Cortina. I think I've met a dancer character in the game so far. Guess you're dressed like one. Old dude dressed like a hobo. I think that this quest text would change depending on which character stumbled into it. Dancer who saved Forsena. Cool. I don't get the manager to join me too. He had a unique portrait. Jeez, game. Chantel walks along a road. He's stopped by a boy. You're that knight from Norgard. Bloody. What's your request a meeting with your lord? All the ellipses. Rune power and I'd like to serve. Duty. And looks like we got 2 recruits there. Okay, we're about to get one. In about 10 minutes, we're going to switch to Bayonetta. After that, it's Uncharted 3, and then Thomas Was Alone, Narbacular Drop, and Crypt of the Necrodancer. That'll be the last game for tonight. I am Rod. I have a request. I lost track of my brother. Let me serve you as a knight. I like how they don't actually have the Lord respond because the leader of this nation is kind of an asshole. I feel like there isn't really a good guy in this game, but we're like a, you know, we have to conquer the world type nation here. We did not play as the good guys. It combo hits if everyone attacks at a similar time. That's true. I didn't think about that. Final Fantasy X-2 is such a good game mechanically, man. Just wish it wasn't. The story wasn't so stupid. It's so bad. And not like in the 80s sense. Like, the Power Glove, it's so bad. I mean, like, it's bad. As in, not good. 10 is so good. Oh man, alright. Just let it go. It's okay. Find your happy place. I don't even think that there's people out there who are like really gung-ho about 10-2's story. I think everybody who likes it is like, yeah, the story's dumb, but the gameplay is cool enough that it's totally worth it. It has a neat soundtrack. It's different enough. Ghoul, Mandrake, Clay Golem, Wyvern. I'm gonna get some Mandrakes. They're not bad, they can paralyze things. prefer lizard men. Hey, lovely. How you doing? Need peace?
Yeah, that looks very good.
Ah, very good. Cool. That's awesome.
6. Well, I have to leave here at 5:45.
I'm streaming super late, as you know, because did you see
I'm
the?
going. I think we're going out to dinner after. Even.
Nice. I'm really sorry.
No, it's not your fault.
Yeah,
Thanks for being here to.
they're really late.
I know.
It was stressful. By the way, we haven't seen Andrew in a while. Andrew, hype. I'm glad they got the fridge in there.
Hey, Andrew.
Right? Because it's a tight squeeze.
Here comes science.
We have this classic
There's
story.
so much room.
What was it with the cats where, like, I was holding back my terror about something until everything was okay? Do you remember this? You know what I'm talking
Yes,
about?
I do.
And after it was over, like, oh my god, I'm glad the cats are okay. I thought they were gonna be in trouble. It was the same thing that this fridge, like, there's this little alcove to fit the fridge in, and
Like, they didn't build this house around the fridge.
yeah, but I thought maybe they did.
Yeah.
Because there's no way that fridge could have fit out of there. There's like a counter that's right in the way, and it was super snug. And like the movers came and they said, "Did they build this house around the fridge?" I'm like, "Oh God, here we go." But as soon as they pushed it into the alcove, I was like, "All right, it fits. This all wasn't a waste of time." Andrew, it looks like you're about to fall into an endless void. Be careful. I think you could do the invisibility trick. Well, you'd have to lift the thing and nail it down there. Let's end the turn here. I'll save, and then we'll do one more attack before we switch to Bayonetta. This is the green screen that you're seeing right now. Do you mean you want to see the old background? It's like we're at the old apartment, but with really weird variable lighting on us. Let's go back. Execute. Better now. It's a lie, though. Do you want to be living a lie? There are ways I could try to customize that for a game I'm playing, but it seems like it might be a little bit too much work with the number of times I switch and how small the webcam is in the corner. Lean back, it'll look super weird perspective-wise. All the way. Yeah, you touch the wall. That is really weird. How was science today?
Alright.
What'd you do?
Science and things.
Very good. There's another land of Elmechia. Alright, so I think that this guy is like the leader of their nation. But we don't win when we defeat their leader. We win when we completely vanquish them. They don't have anywhere to run to anymore. I don't think we have to kill every single one of their units, but we have to win battles such that when they try to retreat, they don't have anywhere to go to. And then there might be some knights that are left living that join us after that. Oh yeah? Alright, well I could always put the shield on over top of it. Andrea, could you grab the shield really quick from over there and just hold it in front of the green screen? I just thought about connecting and I should be able to put it on the wall in front of the screen. I haven't been able to do it on stream because you just like hold it on the wall back there. Yeah, see? You just like put it on the wall back there. Right as reflective lights. I think that looks cool. Still hang in, put the Master Sword behind it. I could do some of my beat sprites too, I just can't use any beat sprites that have green in them. Put Yoshi back there and it'll look all invisible. You just see this tongue floating in space.
Where are the cats?
Oh, they're in there. There's all food. Come out if you want. They're probably very hungry.
It's like, yeah, they aren't letting me at all. They're like, they aren't streaming on this board.
door should be closed. Hey, kitties! Aw, they're hungry. I closed them in a room while the movers were here, so that they wouldn't run out the door. They've been in there meowing this whole time. Oh my god, I have so much more space. I'll take pictures, I'll do another behind the scenes at the new stream office, but it's significantly more. I'll actually have room to set up like the drum set behind things. I was so cramped before, like the microphone was right in front of my face, and if I moved back a couple steps, like I would crash into the shield behind me and it would fall over. Cat cam's not ready yet. We'll do a space background for Andrew. It is time o'clock. 5:12. No. Okay, thank you. Love you.
I just realized that the cat litter box was the best thing.
Yes, but it's mostly the bag that I have to take out, so I'll be doing that. Also, we'll be closing the door with a cat door, remember? Soon. I know, right? No working cat cam. There's no cats in here at the moment anyway. Andrea's taking them to feed them. I still haven't. I'm going through all my boxes slowly. I need to find the one that has all my USB extension cables, because the cat cam has to be like all the way over here. Here. It's here. And the tower's that way, the other side of the 3 desks. Shit, I need another return there. Attack the boss. Am I even really streaming? That's why Andrea was surprised. Huh, cats aren't here. Where'd they go? Ouch. Nasty crit. How can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real? Healing Word is pretty good AoE. Probably gonna use her to use Holy Word though. AoE damage. Come on, more than 168 damage. Oh, you gotta be jamoking me. You gotta be jamoking me with that. Oh, I don't have any other characters that can reach him. That sucks. He has 3 hit points left, and if he had died there... Oh, that sucks really bad. Boy. All of his units are going to get to act now. Previously, they wouldn't have gotten to go. Shit. It's a bummer, man. It's a bummer. Of a turn to do 3% of your attack damage. Hitting my lizard man. Low blow. Critting my lizard man. Totally not cool. Let me blow this guy up really quick, and then we'll save the game and we'll switch to Bayonetta here. So you say. All the level ups. Cool. Alright, I will be back in a few minutes with Bayonetta. Thanks, folks.